All right, everybody, I just want to go through a couple things. You're starting a pretty big project today, or a paper, and I just want to kind of walk you through some of the steps, since I won't be here today because I'm in professional development. But I have all the faith in the world that you can get started, and then we can continue on when I get back nice and seamlessly. Before I even get going, just make sure that you have your novel finished by November 7th or 8th, depending on when your class falls. If I was there, I would have you do a little bit of writing, but really this is the topic. If you could write a letter to the next president and had only one issue you could discuss, what would it be and why? So what are some things that really you think deem importance in our society? So you go ahead and think about that a little bit, and let me tell you what the end goal is. You're going to write a persuasive letter to the next president of the United States stating why he or she should take action immediately concerning a crucial topic. Okay, so that's going to be the end goal. Now, it's going to take us probably a week or two to get there, but that's what we're shooting for. And so some of the steps that we're going to use to get there, you're going to get 7 topics that I've chosen for you that I'm going to have you research. And the topics range from prescription drug use, to cost of college tuition, transgender issues, gun violence, youth homelessness, minimum wage, and workforce training for high school students. So you can do some research, and then you're going to go ahead and narrow it down to 2 topics, and then you're going to narrow it down to 1 topic, and then you're going to claim that topic, and that's going to be in a Google form. And then you're going to write a draft of your persuasive letter, and then we'll polish the draft, and then we're going to publish it on the website, which is called Letters to the Next President 2.0, and you'll be turning it into turnitin.com. Now, I just want to make sure that it's super clear. This is one of those papers that will be public, so we will be sharing it with one another. We'll do revising and editing, so that might make a difference on the topic that you choose. So just make sure that whatever you're writing, you're comfortable with other people reading it, because not only will we be reading it in class, but we'll also be publishing it onto a website. So just kind of keep that in the back of your head. Okay, so this is where you come into play. And this is where I'm just going to trust that you guys are independent and we can take care of this. So I need you to go ahead and read through the green sheet, and I'll just kind of go through those real quickly. So you start at step 1, and you'll see the list of 7 topics. And I'm just going to ask that you choose 2 of them that you think you could probably do a little bit of research on and find some information. The ones that you're interested in. Now, if there is absolutely nothing on that list, just go with it for right now, and there'll be an opportunity for you to choose your own topic. You may not want to, because you'll have to do some extra work gathering resources, but I mean, I'm open to that idea. And then after you're finished with step 1, you go ahead and get a Chromebook. You won't need the Chromebook until you get to the blue sheet, but what the heck, might as well get a Chromebook. And then you go ahead to step 2. So with step 2, what you're going to do is you take 2 of those choices and you fill in the following. So you have choice 1. So let's say you want to learn more about prescription drug use. Now, without even opening up the Chromebook quite yet, you just go through and you fill in the paper. It says, the issue matters to me because, and then you tell me, why are you interested in prescription drug abuse? I mean, is it something that you know somebody who's struggled with it? Is it you're interested in the health field and you want to learn more about it? And then the next question is, this issue matters to the world around me because, so why is this important to our society? I mean, are you seeing a big increase in it? Are you worried about it because you hear it's more prevalent? And if you can't answer some of these questions, you might want to choose a different topic. So if you're struggling, it might be the topic and just where you are. So don't worry about it, just choose a different topic. And then the last question that you have for the first choice is, others in the world might think. Now this is where you do that counter argument. You may not know exactly why they don't think it's a big deal, but you might say, others in the world might think that prescription drug abuse isn't that major of a problem because it hasn't been any different than it was 20 years ago. So yes, it's an issue, but it's not a huge issue. It's not a priority. That may be what other people think. You disagree with them, but you're kind of giving it a shot at what you think the other side would say. You flip over the green paper, And then you do that for your second choice. The same questions. This issue matters to me because, this issue matters to the world around me because, and others in the world might think, bam. Okay, when you're finished with that, then you go ahead and put that paper to the side, and then you get the blue sheet of paper. This is where you start digging into the Chromebook. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is, I want you to read through the entire thing. I want you to look at the entire blue sheet because you can kind of see the big picture. What you're going to do is you're going to go to my Canvas site, and there's going to be a link on the front page under these days, Wednesday and Thursday, and it'll say Letters to the Next President. You click on that link, and then you scroll down, and you'll see that there is a link for, it's called What is the Conversation Around the Issue? Then you're going to click on that, and you're going to find some resources. And then what you do is you're going to dig into those 2 topics that you chose on the green sheet. You're going to do a little bit more digging onto what these articles are saying about those 2 topics. So that's kind of the overall. Let me just kind of walk through these. Okay, so when you start at step 3, what will happen, let's see if I can get there. Okay, so here's my website. You go down to Wednesday, Thursday, because that's the day we're on, and go to Letters to the Next President. There it is. And then scroll down, because it's just the PowerPoint that I'm going through. And under Files you'll need, there it is. What is the conversation around the issue? Now, couple quick notes before you even click on that. If you're choosing to do about drug abuse, you'll notice that the third text link is broken. So instead of using what they've given you, go to this site instead, okay? Because otherwise you're going to be short a reference. And then I'll tell you about the last ones here in a second because it's a little bit different. Okay, so first you click on this, you open it up, and you'll get something that looks like this. Okay, so let's say you chose prescription drug abuse. That's the one that you want to research. So this is your first text example. And if you notice on step 5, it says answer the following questions for each topic. So let's say you did prescription drug abuse. You write that in. And then it says, what is the main point of each article/video? Well, this would be your article video number 1 right here. So you click on this. And there it is. So you can watch that, and then there's an article underneath it. Okay, so that would be article/video number 1. And then you would go ahead and you would do that for the other ones too. So let me go back to that page. So then you'd go to text number 2, and you click on this, and then you would do the same thing where it says, hey, what's the main point? What is it really about? So we're just kind of getting an idea. Again, if you're doing prescription drug abuse, if that's the one you want to choose, if you remember what I just said earlier, this one, this text 3, this link is not, it wasn't working the other day. So on my Canvas site, I gave you an alternate website. Okay, so then there's text 4. And then let's say you chose to do cost of college. Well, there's text 1, there's text 2, there's text 3, there's text 4, text 5. You get 5 on that one. Yikes. But then maybe you chose transgender bathroom policies. So there's text 1, text 2, text 3, text 4, and there you go. Now here's where it gets a little bit weird. If you chose something other than that, let's say you chose gun violence, youth homelessness, minimum wage, or workforce training for high school students, you can still use those, and they're good. But if you notice, they don't have the text sets, kind of like the earlier ones. They don't have the articles. So it's super easy. Let's say you chose gun violence. You think that's a big issue. Click on the link. Wait for it. Okay, so this is basically your first article. Okay, how would you reduce gun violence? So you read it. It's awesome. Go, keep reading, Give a real quick summary of it. And then at the very bottom where it says right here, more resources, that will be your other text sets. So like this article itself that you're on, that's your first one. This would be number 2. This would be number 3. And this would be number 4. And this would be number 5. So if you're choosing to do, some of the latter ones, like if you're going to do crud, if you're choosing to do gun violence, youth homelessness, minimum wage, or workforce training, just know that you're going to have to, you just have to scroll down to the bottom of those pages to find them. They don't have the nice little slick links like these do. It's super simple. It's an extra click, but I just wanted to let you know so you don't get frustrated with that. So going back to this, or going back to your blue sheet, let me go there. See if I can do this. Okay, so we talked about the green. Okay, so you went through step 3 and you clicked on it, and you go to step 4, and that's where you read your topics or all the articles. And step 5 is where you put the main point of each one of those articles, and then you just tell me, what are the two sides of them? After reading all these articles and watching the videos, what are the two sides of those? And then the question after that is, what do you think now that you've read them? Where do you stand? Do you still think that prescription drugs or abuse of prescription drugs is still a big deal? Go ahead and write that in that question. And then it says, what evidence supports your position? Just find in those articles 3 different quotes or 3 pieces of textual evidence that say it is an issue. It might be a statistic, it might be a story, but just 3 real quick blurbs from those articles. And please put down which article you got it from. And you can do it as simple as Article 1, Article 2, Article 3. And that's fine, just so that we can go back and find them. All right, and then you flip over that blue sheet and you do that for your second choice. It's a little laborious. I mean, it'll take you a while to do them, but that's your end goal, is to make sure that you've dug through those topics. And the last thing is, now that you've looked through those 2 topics, you go to, my website has a Google form, and I'll show you where that is. It's right back here, right here. Letters to the Next President, my topic Google form. You click on that, and this is where you're going to go ahead and claim your topic. Now, if you notice where it says here, this is only for people, you don't like any of these. Okay, you went through and you're like, I think they're all kind of junky, and I did my research, and I did all the blue sheet, green sheet thing, and I went through all those motions, but I still really want to do this issue. You click on this button then, and then in this box, you tell me what is going to be your topic. And now here's the trick though. If you're choosing your own topic, you have to be the one to find 4 reliable sources. Okay, and then 1 that goes against your position. So you've got to find 5 sources total, and you're going to have to give me the links to those. So think about it. I mean, and I'm okay with you choosing your own topic. I just want to make sure that you're aware of what you need to do. So the goal is, by next class period, I have everybody has put in their letters to the next president, their topic. You've done the green sheet, the blue sheet, and you've given me your Google form. So that's the way I will know that you have at least explored some options, and we can start writing the essay. So end goal will be to have all the steps 1 through 6, completed by next class period. So if you're getting this and you're not in class, just know when you show up next time I see you, which will be Friday for my A-Day students, and then Monday for my B-Day students, the expectation is that you have worked through steps 1 through 6. Now, if you're absent, this the green sheet and the blue sheet, or steps 1 through 3, and then steps 1 and 2 and steps 3 through 6, they are documents on my website, and I'll show you where those are. They're right here. So you're going to have to go ahead and print those out, and you should be all good to go. I think we're all good. Other than that, if you have any questions, come on in Friday morning. Like I said, I'm going to be gone because I'm going to professional development. You can also shoot me a message on our Canvas site. That's probably better than email, just because I can see Canvas from my phone. I can't see it I don't have my email set up on my phone. But otherwise, I think you're going to be good to go. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. And yay, no red ink for this week. So no red ink for this next week. You don't have an assignment for no red ink. Just keep on working on your research. All right, thanks everybody.